Ooh, wee, baby. Ooh, wee, baby. Ooh, wee.
Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex. Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex. Hey y'all, what's up? This your boy Johnny. I'm back in the game. Hey guys, come check us out. 1815 East Broadway, North Little Rock, Arkansas. I got the best deals in town. $19.99 cash. Yes, you heard it. I got deals for $19.99 cash, riding and driving. You can come and drive these cars anywhere you want to. Come check us out. Like I said, I'm back. $19.99 specials. Brooks Autoplex. 1815 East Broadway, North Little Rock, Arkansas. We got them deals. Come check us out.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lil Johnny, aka JB the Plug. We have all of you guys' needs and wants. And if your budget a little bit bigger than $19.99, I know y'all love them fast cars and that luxury, so I'm bringing in the Dodge Charger, the Hemis, the Chrysler 300s, Mustangs, Camaros, you name it. We got it, been had it, and getting some more. So stay tuned. We got the Hondas, Toyotas, Nissans, BMWs, Mercedes, domestic and foreign cars. Come get good with the best deals in the city. Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex.
1815 East Broadway, North Little Rock, Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex, Brooks Autoplex.
You mean to text it?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, wee, baby.
Oh,
Ooh, wee, baby. Ooh, wee. Oh, this is your boy, Big Nate, baby. The real underground radio station, man. Hey, man. Listen, this is Nate Logic, baby. Ooh, wee, baby. Ooh, let me take these things off, man. Hey, man, I'm so excited, man. Hey, man. Hey, I'm excited, man. Look here, man. I'm trying to get you to understand something. We got a situation.
We got a situation.
We got a real situation up in here, man. I got my classmate, my dog, 9'8". Man, how long we been going to school together, man? We went to...
Okay, so I saw where you was talking about Gabe Meyer at one point.
Yeah.
So now I did go to Gabe Meyer.
You went to Gabe Meyer?
I went to Gabe Meyer. Bobby Hodge, principal up in that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Gabe Meyer till probably like the 3rd grade.
I don't remember that.
Yes, I went to Gabe Meyer, and then I went to I started going to 34.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Then. So we went to Gabe Meyer together.
Yep. We had to be. I had Miss Williams. Miss Williams was my kindergarten teacher. Miss Ross was my 1st grade teacher. Yeah.
I don't remember. Okay, so I went to Gabe Meyer too. 1st through 3rd. I mean, kindergarten through 3rd. No, I went to Gabe Meyer 1st through 3rd. And I went to 34th for kindergarten, if I could recall. But here's the funny thing. I grew up on 24th Street, literally right down the street from Gabe Meyer. And then I went to Oak Park. 4th through 6th.
Okay, so that's where the
disconnect
came
from, right?
And then we all come full circle at Southeast.
Exactly. And
we all come full circle at Southeast. So that's where I think all of the real bonding
started.
Began.
Yep.
I think 100%. It's 7th grade.
I got a story about your homegirl Kitzel.
She on the line.
I'm gonna let her make it though. But Kitzel, Kitzel, I used to really, even while we was in college, I used to think Kitzel, you owe me the fair one.
Oh my God.
Hey, I love Kitzel, man. Tisha, we went to high school.
Yes, we
did.
Junior
high.
Yes, we did.
And college.
Yes, and we had the same major in college.
We sure did. I forgot all about that. Now, see, you were always a straight A student.
Well,
you were studious.
I had to be studious. I mean, Glow and Larry didn't play them type of games.
Hey, you were always studious. You took care of your business in school. Even when, I can remember even in high school.
High school, I was that girl that, I wasn't on homecoming court, but I was the coolest, best dressed thing around up in this thing. What you talking about? When it comes to style and fashion, you better recognize I was wearing dresses with tennis shoes and polo boots.
And pockets.
And Eastland boots. Back in the early 90s.
You ain't new to this, baby. You true to this. Tisha been dressing since, she always been a big stepper when it came to dressing. Tisha was always the coolest and always dressed better than everybody.
Well,
everybody used to listen. Everybody used to always want to be around Tisha B. Always.
And the crazy part is, I'm still that cool chick at the age of almost 43, birthday loading in 3 days. So,
Oh, man.
so
Ooh,
yeah,
baby.
so yeah, I've been that person. I'm always been that down to earth. You know, I still got the
Approachable.
yes, I still got the same friends I had in 7th grade, plus my college friends, and you know, I'm just that person that I'ma always be Tish, regardless of whatever the situation is. You're gonna always get the genuine, authentic Tish Brunson because
Sincere. Yeah.
that's just who it, you know, why be any other type of way? I was talking to one of my really good friends, Ashantia Canada. You all know her as Sean Rice. But she was like, I was like, you know, I got so much going on. She was like, Tish, just be you. That's what being you has got you this far. So keep being you.
It has brought you a mighty long way. I want to touch on something that I think a lot of times people gloss over. When you say you've had the same group of friends, and I think that speaks a lot to your character as a person, because friends meaning that you've had relationships. I don't want to say I'll say this. Friendship basically means someone that you've been able to sacrifice for.
Absolutely.
So friendship is saying that you've had the same friends for over 20-some years that you gave up a lot for, that have gave up a lot for you. And I mean, just to keep it a buck, we kind of run the same circle because the same group of friends are the same group of friends. We both from that class have had the same friends for.
Absolutely. We all have been around each other for years. You say 20-some years. I'm talking like some 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we've been out of high school.
25. This is year 25 for class of 98. Pamela High.
Oh, wait, baby. 25.
25.
Hey, look here, baby. You make this 25 look good, baby. Huh? Boats on you, baby. Oh, wait, baby.
So
not
good.
A stain on me. I make this 25 look real good.
Good, real good. So it's so yeah, it speaks to the fact that for me, when you say sacrifices, going through the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the pretty, the not so pretty, the marriages, the divorces, the kids, you know, and losing parents, all of that has been a part of when you have those people in your life and you have people who have your back. And, you know, I often think about like, okay, you know, growing up in Pine Bluff, and my grandmother, I tell people all the time, you know, my grandmother was the custodian at Pine Bluff High when we was in school. She cleaned up at night. That's when they would stay until like 11 o'clock at night to clean up. She was making $400 probably every 2 weeks, $400 some dollars, you know what I'm saying, every 2 weeks. But she was also that woman that got up every day to make sure that everything was taken care of. You know what I'm saying? She got up on church and went to church on Sunday, sung in the choir, was on the usher board, and made sure that the household was still taken care of. So, my grandmother, that's my mom's mom, but then my dad's mom, who ran a beauty shop at her house, could press, you talking about silk press, she was the original silk presser when it came to hair.
She was the silk presser.
Annie Brunson in this thing. Annie Brunson in this thing.
Miss Brunson.
Miss Brunson. So, and she did a lot with extensions. She canned, and she was an amazing cook. And my grandfather, you know, the Brunsons, we have, you know, they grew up down Highway 15 in Pine Bluff. You know what I'm saying? So farming and agriculture was always a part of our family. So when you say starting from the bottom, you know, I don't know. My family was never rich. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My mom worked at the Social Security office, and my dad, he ended up getting sick and became a disabled vet. But at the end of the day, my parents got up and went to work every day. It was 4 of us. I'm the oldest of 4, but I'm standing on the shoulders of my grandparents and my parents. So, you know,
you ain't had no choice but to get it.
I ain't had no.
Cause you come from that you come from good soil.
Amen.
You come from good soil. So basically, your work ethic kind of comes from them. Because I'm gonna be honest, Tisha, I've always known you to just be out there and getting it.
You know, when you have no other choice,
you do what you gotta do.
You got to get up and get it. You know, when you have no other choice, when you know, a lot of people may or may not know, but I lost my mom my first year in college. I was 18 years old. And then on top of that, actually lost both my parents. So people don't know the story. Like, people think they know you, but they don't really know you until.
And that's, because I know the story.
Yeah.
And I think because I know the story, and I dare not push it, but because I know the story, that's why I look at you in so much awe.
I appreciate that. When you have when you have trauma in your life, you can either go left or you can go right. You make the decision on how you want to move. So in my trauma, I said, I ain't got no choice but to go right. Because if I go left, I ain't got nobody to turn to. And I'm the oldest. So if I don't get it together, what about my brothers? What about my sister? So I chose right. Went through college and,
You did it with so much. Listen, you basically, in my opinion, Tisha, when it comes to dealing with life and the curves that it can throw you, you are a SME, subject matter expert. You basically set the blueprint because, to me, in my opinion, the things that you've experienced, you could have went and laid down and tapped out.
And it was days I wanted to lay down and tap out. Even days as I have became an adult and more mature in life, I'd be like, I want to lay down and tap out. But then, with life comes lessons, and with lessons come other responsibilities. And, I have 2 children. So as bad as some days I want to lay down and tap out, I get up and do it again and try to correct the wrongs or make right what I didn't get right the day before. So it's all about choices. I haven't made every choice right. I done had some L's. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I done had some fails, and I done
had some wins.
Yeah, and I done had some dubs. But it keeps me motivated to keep going on. When I graduated from UAPB, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. So I end up going to graduate school. And
where'd you go to grad school at?
So I got my master's in HR from Webster University in Little Rock.
Okay.
And then I got a second master's in operations management in the College of Engineering at the University of Arkansas.
Okay, so because I know you moved to Fayetteville after we graduated from college.
Yeah, so I stayed here for probably a year and a half, and I was supposed to go to grad school after I graduated from UAPB, and I was like, I was still kind of traumatized from the things that happened with my parents, and I felt like I still needed to stay just a little while longer because my grandmother was taking care of my younger siblings, so I stayed. And then after I finished grad school, it was something that said, you know what, go ahead and make the move. And at the time, my friends, Yolanda, Arnett, 9-8 again. Was in her husband were in Fayetteville, and she was like, just come up here and find something. So I left and didn't even have a job and moved to Fayetteville and end up getting a job at the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville, where I started in undergraduate recruitment, where I recruited high school students to college. And I did that for a little bit. About 3 years, actually, 3 or 4 years, and then I went into HR and manufacturing. So I worked at Cargill, where I was the HR person for the second shift. I worked from 3 to midnight.
Wow, so that was a whole just going from recruiting students,
yes,
into the manufacturing world. That was a challenge in itself, wasn't it?
Oh, man. So I said that was where I got the raw HR experience, because working in and Cargill is kind of like a Tyson, but they do the honeysuckle white turkey product. So anything turkey.
You got some of that outside?
Listen, if I did, I would let you know, but I do not. But we did everything at that facility. So it gave me that experience of learning people and learning how to adjust and learning just how to maneuver in a HR field. Because again, I've had a master's in HR, but I didn't have any practical experience. So they gave me the opportunity to do that.
To gain that real life experience.
That real life experience. Because working in a manufacturing facility, we had about 1,400 people.
Wow.
And the largest population was Marshallese and Hispanic. So not only was it a culture thing, I had to learn the job, but I also had to learn the culture of the people that was working in the facility. So, you have to be ready to open up your mind and be open to change and be open to whatever comes, because everything is not, Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas is totally different from Pine Bluff.
So, but I want to touch back on the skill set of working with a different culture.
Yeah.
That skill set of being able to, be open to new ways of thinking, being open to different personalities and different things, different cultures, that skill set translated over and kind of helps you now, right?
Absolutely, because again, you can't be closed-minded thinking that you're going to reach people that are not like you, because
Right.
everybody's not like you, and that's okay. But be okay with learning. I learned, the Marshallese culture. I learned that the largest population of Marshallese was right there in Springdale, Arkansas.
Right.
The Hispanic population. Again, you had such a diverse group of people that you can't be nothing but open. Because,
Yeah.
Northwest Arkansas at the time was becoming kind of a melting pot. A lot of people were migrating to the area because you have so many large companies there. Of course, Walmart is there, J.B. Hunt, Tyson Foods, and you have vendors that work with Walmart who are there in that area who hire people to work. So, you have to be ready to face whatever come your way and learn and be up for the challenge. You can't be like, well, they ain't like me, so I can't do it. I'm like,
But that's, I don't want to hijack what you're saying, but I really want to expound on the fact that you had some motion going on in Northwest Arkansas.
oh yeah, so moved there, met my kid's dad there, had children there. Northwest Arkansas is kind of where I became a adult. You know what I'm saying?
So in Northwest Arkansas, there's plenty of opportunity.
Oh yeah, it's
You can, if you want to get up, if you want to come up.
you can come up in NWA. You
Now,
can.
you might not come up around who you want to come up around.
Right. But it's so much opportunity there. And I was there 15 years.
It was that long?
It didn't feel like it, but yeah. I was there. I moved there in, it was 14 years. I moved there in 2004, and I moved back to Pine Bluff in 2018.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
So what was some of your best experience outside of, the children and things of that? What were some of your best experiences?
I met so many
Northwest Arkansas?
people that I still am connected with to this
Uh-huh.
day. I've met people who I've been, when I talk about, some of my friends, I made a connection of people because at the time, it wasn't a lot of Black people there. So we kind of formed this group of professional people that we just connected. If it was just going out to eat, if it was just meeting at somebody's house and connecting and trying to make sure we had a safe place to talk and let go or whatever the case may be. So some of people that I'm still connected with that I truly hold dear to my heart, I met in NWA. And my kids are still up there, every every other week because their dad is still there. So NWA was good for me, but it was also a place where I knew that it gave me insight when I come back home. Like, you know what?
We could do something different.
Yeah, I got to come back to.
Before we get that far into
Okay.
the game, so when you were there, tell me what did you like about it?
I like the growth. I like the fact that it was progressive. I like the fact that, people work together.
When you say progressive, okay, when you say progressive, that means they're trying new things. That means
they're trying new things. They are open to diversity. They're open to hearing other people's ideas. They're open to, being on the front line and on the when you talk about where people want to live, it's probably one of the two. It's in the top 10 places of best places to live in the country now. Fayetteville is.
Yeah, think you said Walmart. So if
Yeah.
I got a business and I'm trying to get in the Walmart stores, I might put me a plan or something down the street from Walmart.
Absolutely.
So you got all these different organizations there, huh?
And when I worked for, when I left Cargill, I went to corporate America, which is Walmart. I worked for Walmart for 7 years in employment compliance and also in change management, communications, and training on the global side. So with that, I also had the opportunity to work with our diversity team, and with that came opportunity to work at the Essence Fest. And at the Essence Fest, this is how I got introduced. Well, I already knew about the Essence Fest, but I got introduced to it on the business side. We went there they were strictly promoting diverse minority businesses.
So hold on, wait a minute. You use that connection that you had from business. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I believe networking is your network.
Oh, absolutely. So in that moment, I was like, man, I was thinking, I came to Essence with Walmart. I said, one day I'm going to come and I'm going to be doing this for myself.
Hold on now.
Come on, you better speak what you going to speak. But
you was already there planting that seed to get back. Because I want to put, this is your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground Radio Station. Listen, I need everybody that's in this, that's looking at Ashanti of Rice, Canada. I need everybody to share this. Make sure you tap somebody else, tag somebody so they can see this, so they can get this game, so they can get some learn more about Latisha Brunson, man. So y'all make sure y'all share this for the Real Underground Radio Station. Share this for your baby boy, Nate Logic, baby. Hey, so Latisha, you went to the Essence Festival with Walmart.
With Walmart. Not to in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm working, learning. I'm like, and so that was in July, and then January I went through a layoff with Walmart.
Ooh.
I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And then a part of me was like, you know what to do. You finna get your own stuff together. So
because you was already shaking and moving and grooving.
So I was like, you know what, God, you always got me. So Walmart is a great company to work for. When you work there, they give you stock options and investments and all this other stuff. So when I did go through my layoff, I cashed in some of my stock and I said, I always thought I was super fly anyway. I said, I'm finna start my own clothing business.
And what was the name of it?
Style Envy became
baby.
Style Envy came into the world. So I did that, and I filled out the application for Essence for the next year. Came back, and I was in Essence on the main floor with the other vendors, with Walmart and everybody else, selling my brand.
Style what?
Envy.
So hold on, wait a
brand.
minute. Because I think we may have took them too fast.
Oh, okay.
So you got laid off.
I got laid off in Walmart, and that was in January of 2018.
So when you got laid off, you took it upon yourself to go ahead and start your own business?
I did.
Now, what was the challenge in starting that?
I didn't have no plan. I was just like, in my mind, it was a great idea.
So basically, you just took a leap of faith.
I took a leap of faith. At that point, I was like, I can step out on faith. I can sit here, but it's something in me that I always felt like I was a hustler by nature or something. Because I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna figure things out.
You come from good stock. I mean, Miss Brunson, all your family and all that. You're a beautician for a long time.
So I said, I gotta make something shake. I got kids. I got a family. So I took it upon myself. What I know now, would I have did what I did in 2017? No, I would have researched. I would have tried to find business funding and
additional vendors.
Yeah, all this other type of stuff that I didn't have in my mind. I didn't know. All I knew was I wanted to do something, but I was using my money. You know what I'm saying? So I was financing stuff and doing stuff on my own. It was such a learning lesson for me because,
cost you a lot, didn't it?
Absolutely it did. When you think about losing and winning, I took some L's with Style Envy. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take that L and turn it to a lesson and try to figure out what I can do as I move forward. Because, every day, like I said, I ain't always made the best decision. I try to do what's right. But, that wasn't all the way thought through like I should have. And then hindsight 2020, I'm like, okay, this is what I can do better. So
what would you do different?
I would have a business plan. I would actually target an audience that I knew wanted the things that I wanted to provide. I would know my audience more. I would, take some classes and understand what it's like to run a business when you think about profit and loss and all this that comes with it, and get a mentor, and have somebody who was doing it better than me to help me be better than what I wanted to be. Sometimes we get in our feelings about somebody who doing good, and all we got to do is let that person be a blessing to us,
Right, but here's the thing. I think that you still had the faith to go ahead and do it.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't want to get off the porch.
Listen, people don't want to get off the porch, and then they'll try to talk you off the porch, and you like, wait a minute now. I'm going to still go forward with what I'm trying to do, because at the end of the day, I always ask God and say, you know what? I know I want you to guide me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Order my steps to where I need to be and what I need to be doing. And I think that's kind of how I ended up going on this curvy road of where I am. I think, even though I lost in Style Envy, it helped a lot of women. It helped me learn who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do.
You lost though.
Well, a lesson. I mean, when I say lost, I'm talking about some of these funds that I lost. Some of this money.
Money.
Yes.
But you know what? I just like to call them expensive lessons.
It was an expensive lesson.
And you're just basically paying for your experience and paying for the education.
And moving, and as I move forward, I tell people about the real of it, because I don't want people to make the same mistake I made, and even after the fact, when I came back, I took a class, and you was in that class with me.
Right. Hold on, where was this class at?
This class was at the Generator.
Oh, we're gonna put a thumbprint in
okay, thumbprint, but
the class was at the Generator though.
It was at the
Generator. And it helped you?
It helped me put my business plan into motion.
We're going to put a thumbtack in this.
We're going to put a thumbtack in this.
We won't come back and talk about that. This your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground Radio Station. This the Real Underground, baby. Hey, Nate Logic, baby. We, baby.
You are so crazy.
So, Tisha, when you started learning some of these expensive lessons, if you could go back and tell somebody one thing, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to research the business that they want to do and make sure that they understand what it is to run a business, because having an idea doesn't mean it needs to be a business.
So, Tish, I got a question for you.
Okay.
How much did Tommy Mays and them pay you to move to Palm Bluff?
Listen.
How much did Greg Marcus and them pay you to move to Palm Bluff and to run for alderman so you could be on the board? Because that's how you got here. I'm telling you.
That's how I got here.
Listen. They paid Walmart. They paid Walmart to lay you off.
Oh, Lord.
That's what it is.
These narratives. Listen, I let people play whatever narrative they want in their mind.
I know it.
Because that's the narrative they get.
Because that's the only way.
Listen, when I came... It's so funny. I was looking at, how Facebook have memories, right? So memories like from 2014, 2016, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just know one day I'm going to move back home and I'm going to do this and that. And I was like, who would have thought? Because I felt like at some point I would move back home, but I thought it would be like when I'm about 50 and I'm just going to come back and teach a class and be a professor. Don't give me the line, because
Drake said something sorry for the wait.
Oh, sorry for the wait. Listen,
I think that was Drake.
I don't know songs until they come on the radio.
I don't know them for real. I don't even really listen to music like that.
Really?
I tell you what I still listen to, though. Listen. They're coming out hard.
Oh, yeah.
That whole album.
What?
Tisha, we apologize for the delay, but Tisha, I want to take a break from some serious stuff.
Okay, come on.
Give me, when this song come on, that you know is from the 9-8.
Oh Lord. Now my brain might be kind of cloudy, but come on, let me see what I can do.
Give me one song.
I'm gonna do. For one, I'm gonna do Master P. Cause we know we was no limit. We was no limit seniors.
That no limit senior
We
life.
was no limit seniors up
No
in this
limit
thing.
soldiers. I thought I told you.
You know, I fools with New Orleans all day. Listen.
What else was it? I think that Who You With?
Oh yes.
Who You With?
Oh yeah.
Who You With?
Oh my
Who You
gosh.
With?
Oh my gosh. This was the man. What are you?
Was it? Did back that thing up?
Yeah. I think that might have been college.
That may have been college.
That was early 2000s. But Mr. Lucci, lay it down on my crook for life. I know.
Yeah. You know what? With me.
Oh my gosh.
Man, there's
yes.
so many classics.
Lil Troy, so you wanna be a
Baller. No, that was college.
but no, that was high school.
No, that was college.
Don't make me Google.
I'm finna tell you how. Cause listen, Rah-Rah.
I was finna say Rah-Rah, but we had to be in high school.
Rah-Rah and
wasn't here.
D-Maze listen to me.
Go ahead.
They were in college in Prairie View and brought all that Texas. When we would go down there and see them, then we would be like, RC Cola, all of them. Yeah.
Nah, we finna do a Google because that came out in the 90s.
No, it didn't.
Do you want to put some money on this?
No, Lil Troy didn't come out in the 90s.
Wanna Be a Baller came out in 98. We
But
finna put now.
It may have came out in 98, but we didn't start playing it.
We was playing it in the 90s. In 98, high school.
I remember going to pick up my refund truck at UAPB and playing that after I got it.
Listen. 1998. Send Fat Down South, Lil Troy.
Ooh,
1998. Stamped.
I remember. You must be right. Because, we graduated in August of 98, right?
Yes.
So what part of 1998?
We graduated in May of 98.
I mean, May of 98. So that probably came out like in August to September or something.
No, it can't.
Man, I'm telling you, because I remember going to pick up my first refund check from
It probably was
UAPB.
still playing, but it came out when we were still in school. Like
I'll never forget that day. It was a nice little chunk of change. And I got that refund check, and you couldn't tell me nothing.
you talk about money and talk about money that's that came through your hands. You know what we could have did with refund checks?
Oh, wait. Hey, it'd be a metropolitan Pine Bluff.
I'm just saying. I'm
If
talking
you
about
think about all
lessons.
that, lessons. If we really think about and take in consideration all these different little licks we didn't hit, and we would have applied them, or if we would have knew to apply that information that we learned at the generator, and how to apply capital towards something,
Absolutely.
and how to leverage capital, how to take that credit that you got from that capital and apply it to what you're trying to do while still using that capital as a safeguard and still borrowing from that capital instead of using the capital. Come on, man.
Man, listen, you talk about generational wealth. You talking about doing something that your parents, like, I'm not going to lie. Both my parents, deceased, they had insurance. But when you talk about generational wealth, they didn't have them conversations with me about what I need to do as an adult. You know what I'm saying? What I can be invested, maybe.
Hold on. Is it on going live on your phone?
No, I didn't go live because but the internet on my phone, whatever this, whatever this LED.
No, that's not.
Or that, well, it was going on. It was active on my phone. I didn't go live because you said don't go live. So I didn't go live. Hey, how you doing?
What up with it, bro?